3, 2, 1. I usually have something stupid to say there, and I blanked on everything.
Yeah, well.
All right.
You know, welcome.
Okay. Today is not a good day, guys. Today is not a good day.
Little boys
You're
and
telling me?
girls.
All right, 3,
All right.
2, 1.
Why are little boys and girls watching us?
3, 2, 1. On this episode of the KD Sports Talk, may the 4th be with you. I guess we're
That's right.
There we
Also
go.
For
with you.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So today is obviously Tuesday, May 4th, as we're recording this. So make sure you watch your Star Wars, or if you haven't already, make sure you watch your Star Wars.
Yeah.
It was a big week last week in football.
Huge.
Huge. I mean, I'm happy. Derek?
I'm happy.
Hey, well, hold on. I'm sorry, Derek.
Yeah, you gotta play to you, and then Kenny.
Yeah, right.
Or Nick.
Nick, we happy?
Or are we getting there? We gotta get there. We got a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Let's just get into it. Like, that's not,
you wanna fuck
people.
around?
They're gonna know what we're talking about. We're gonna talk about the draft. In this one, we're gonna talk about the first round, and then when we get to our teams, Browns, Lions, Steelers, respectively, we're gonna go further into the draft. So what we'll do is we'll just go, pick by pick, and kind of give our thoughts and opinions, because it really matters what we think.
Yes, it obviously does. That's why we're here.
Right. I just want to know.
That's why we get paid to do this, is because our opinion matters.
I'm almost certain that I probably had the best mock draft of all three of us.
Oh yeah, mine's absolutely the worst.
We all knew yours was going to be garbage, though. We were saying it on the podcast. We said you're garbage at this.
Yeah.
Okay, so do we need to talk about the first 2 picks?
No, they were locked in.
I think we talked about this before, because we were talking about them like just automatically putting the picks in because everyone knew who they were taking.
Yeah.
But they took their sweet old time. I'm pretty sure Jacksonville had like 2 minutes left of their timer when they finally put theirs in.
That's all production. That's got nothing to do with the team.
It might be, but
It is.
the Lions put their pick in within 30 seconds.
Well, yeah.
I mean, the Lions, I don't think Dan Campbell could fucking help himself. He was so excited about that pick.
I mean, you got to remember too, they call the player.
Yeah.
Tell them they're picking all that.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure as soon as the 6th pick, as soon as they made their pick and they found out who it was, they probably gave him a call right away. So,
yeah.
All right. So the first 2, you got Jacksonville taking Trevor Lawrence. Everyone knew. And actually everyone knew Zach Wilson as well. So that was actually not too bad.
Right.
Yeah, that was
they could have taken someone else and shocked the world, but
yeah. I kind of thought that's what they were gonna do.
Yeah, it's always weird when it's like the first 2 picks everyone knows. So that was cool. 3rd pick is when it got interesting.
Which is what we figured.
Yeah.
They took Trey Lance.
Yeah. So
the San Francisco 49ers.
Nanners.
The Nanners took Trey Lance. Here's my thing with it. They like him because he can run. He's got, he's on his feet and everything, which he showed.
He's got the arm strength, that's for sure.
Okay, but you're gonna tell me. Now I don't know smarts. I don't know any of that. But you're gonna tell me that the second fastest quarterback 40 time ever recorded, he couldn't do what Trey Lance can do on his feet. Is Trey Lance that much, better of a prospect than, like Justin Fields would have been?
Absolutely not.
I mean, did the 49ers even have an interest in Justin Fields?
I mean, as far as
they were at his second workout.
Yeah, as far as everybody knew, that it was between Mac Jones, Trey Lance, and Justin Fields. I've talked about this before. Well, that's what I'm saying.
At that point, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's they were looking at all 3 of them though. can we talk about how? I mean, we don't have to talk about it right now, but
No,
I mean, I
we'll talk
think
about it later.
that's a great pickup for him, for
Yeah.
Trask. I think he got into a pretty damn good situation.
Yeah.
So, anyways, with Trey Lance, he was one of the smartest. He's got one of the best arms, and he's got well, as far as everyone can tell. And then yeah, his athleticism is great. The only thing that I think that's going to save Trey Lance is the fact that the 49ers have Jimmy G. They don't play Trey Lance for the first year, maybe year
Take
and a
him
half.
third overall. That's kind of rough.
Hey, it's a quarterback driven league, man. You got to
Yeah.
get in where you can. They are never going to be in third again. Well, hopefully they're never in third again. So you
Yeah.
get that quarterback. And as far as I can tell, they were up front with Jimmy G about the whole thing. I mean, you trade up to 3 to, in this draft
to get a
everybody.
quarterback.
Yeah, everybody knows you're getting a quarterback. So
Yeah.
you have to be up front with your current quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Jimmy G knows what's going on, and I think that he knows that it's still his job as of right now because Trey Lance played one season, right? I feel like it was a game.
Yeah, because the FCS got moved to right now. They're playing right now, and he opted out.
Yeah.
Of this season.
So yeah, you don't put him in as a day one starter here at all.
Right.
You let Jimmy G play. You let the team, or you let him figure out the team and figure out the playbook and work on his skills. And then a couple years down the line, you put him in.
So we move on. By the way, 3-0 so far on my draft.
I never went back and looked at mine. I know I didn't take Trey Lance, though. I know I said Mac Jones, and I was mad about it when I did it.
Number 4, Atlanta Falcons. Could have went so many different ways. They take
Got that one right.
arguably the best athlete in the entire draft.
Yeah, this
Kyle
dude is going to be
Pitts, tight end, Florida.
Yeah,
future Hall of Famer.
Not a surprise.
Okay,
well,
but
the only reason I went idiotic on mine was just because of the whole Julio Jones thing, thinking that maybe it was going to be they would scare themselves into picking
you got to
a
realize
receiver.
You got to realize that they're not the Bengals. Okay, so anyway, so we're
no one's the Bengals but the Bengals.
Let's start with Kyle Pitts here. There's so much. I mean, they needed so much. I get the Kyle Pitts pick. I get it.
Mhm.
And I didn't honestly. I didn't even look at the rest of their draft, so I couldn't tell you really.
I can pull it up real fast.
But I just don't know what's going on. I don't know why you picked that. I mean, Kyle Pitts should have fell. That's all I can say. I mean, he could have fell. He should have fell a little bit longer.
Okay, so I have just why should he have fallen?
Because of what I prioritized in my own opinion, the team's needs.
Okay, so what were the team's needs?
For them, I mean, pick a defensive position. For the Atlanta Falcons, they could have probably used another offensive lineman,
quarterback.
Okay,
I mean, top 4 quarterbacks huge. Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so they definitely didn't get a quarterback.
No,
but they did go defense and then offensive line for 2 and 3. They went Richie Grant at 40 in round 2, who's a safety from UFC. And then they went Jalen Mayfield from Michigan at 3. He's an offensive lineman.
There you go.
Yep. So they took care of 2 or 3. I don't think. Okay. So I said this from the beginning. They don't take quarterback in this spot. They don't take quarterback in this draft because you have Matt Ryan. Even though he's aging, you have Matt Ryan. You just let him do his thing.
Yeah.
The quarterback class for next year is not as great, so maybe you get a free agent instead. Let a veteran run the team for a little bit. Maybe the year after you find one. Kyle Pitts though is in that position. If you're not trading out, which I'm kind of surprised no one came up.
True.
But if you're not trading out of that, you take best available at that spot, and it's Kyle Pitts. He is going to be a weapon for Matt Ryan. He is going to be an All-Pro. He will be a Hall of Famer. And if he doesn't make the Pro Bowl in his rookie season, I will be surprised. So I'm not upset with that pick at all.
Moving on to what quite possibly might be the dumbest pick in the first round.
I mean, I don't think it wasn't the smartest, but I wouldn't say it was the dumbest.
In the first round, it might have been the dumbest pick. You know what I mean? Because first round, okay. I mean, we can go through here and look a little bit more, but I really don't see too many people that may have picked worse based on need.
God no.
Than the Bengals picking Chase.
Okay. Jamar Chase, the Bengals at 5 is the dumbest fucking draft pick I have seen since the Raiders took oh my God, what's his name? I'm blanking on his name.
Hayward-Bay.
No, wrong. The fucking quarterback, Russell.
Jamarcus Russell.
Jamarcus Russell. There he is. That is the dumbest fucking pick I have seen.
And now it's the dumbest
Jamarcus
pick,
Russell.
but when they made the pick of Jamarcus Russell, it wasn't.
I don't give a fuck. Hey, guess what? Hindsight is 2020. I'm sitting here with 2020 vision, bud. That was a dumbass pick. This is a dumbass fucking pick. That is a dumbass fucking play.
It's like picking Johnny Manziel.
Yeah, at 24. Like, that is just the stupidest fucking thing. Now,
I bet you were excited when it happened, though.
Oh, bro, I was in B-dubs and I stood up on my seat. That is not even a joke. I was with my other buddy Derek, and I stood up on my seat. But anyway, Jamar Chase is stupid. You are pretty much writing Burrow's death certificate right then and there. I don't even give a shit that you went out and got a lineman in a couple, or like I think the next round, or maybe two rounds.
Someone photoshopped a picture. You know how they revealed all their new uniforms and everything?
Yeah.
He was wearing all white, and they made it completely like green, grass stained, and he had like a little bit of grass in his face mask.
That's perfect. That's how it's gonna look. That's how it's gonna look.
Yeah, a lot of people disagreed with this one.
This is by far the stupidest pick.
But good for us. Good for the Lions.
You know what? Happy for you. For you.
So then Miami comes up, gets Jalen Waddle.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't really have a bad. I don't have
a bad thing to say about Waddle. I actually I didn't like that he came into the national championship game because we had to play against him. But I like that he came into the national championship game because it showed that he had heart and determination. He wanted to play for his team. So I like that pick for the Dolphins. My thing with the whole draft class in general, when it comes to wide receivers, is it feels like all of the top guys are smaller. I'm not 100% on Jamar Chase's actual measurables. I don't even think it's going to friggin' tell me. No,
Jamar Chase is a good size.
Yeah, but isn't he like 6 foot?
6'1", 6'2", probably.
Yeah. So, but there's no Megatron, there's no Julio, like those kind of receivers.
Mm-hmm.
But doesn't matter. Like Bateman, I'm pretty sure is a bigger size, but
everyone had him mocked up that high. It's not
Waddle,
like it was a
yes.
reach.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's a smaller wide receiver draft class.
Yeah.
So you can't really knock the Dolphins for picking a smaller guy. I think he's going to be great in the slot. I think he's going to give a good relief to Tua. So I like the pick. I can't wait to see what he does.
Yeah, this is really to me. They were a pretty good team. So whatever they kind of picked up, you were kind of like, okay, that could help. I didn't really see a reason to.
He was probably their best available player.
Yeah.
Yeah. Their highest. He was definitely their highest graded. I mean, again, I'm happy for you, Derek, that they didn't. I think they could have got better protection with Sewell.
Sure. But, their offensive line isn't bad or wasn't bad last year.
It wasn't bad. So, but
maybe you need a playmaker. If you do have a pretty good line or a pretty decent line,
the playmaker,
and you have a young quarterback, you got playmaker's the way to go. Yeah, absolutely. You got to help him out.
Which brings us to the first of the group here, Derek. the Detroit Lions taking Penei Sewell at number 7. Are we excited?
Did you see that draft room?
Are we as excited as MCDC? Because
No.
I'm pretty sure he about put a hole through his desk.
The freaking GM about tackled Spielman to the ground.
Yeah, it was electric.
I'm pretty sure Ford was getting into it too. She was all kinds of excited in there.
Well, she couldn't help it, I'm sure, and she was
I'm
probably
sure.
scared that a bunch of 6 foot, whatever men were coming around, were swinging their elbows and fists. The excitement got me excited. It did, like, even if I didn't like the pick, I would have got excited about it.
Yeah.
I love the pick. They are moving him to right tackle because Taylor Decker is a fantastic left tackle. He's really great. So that's going to shore it up. We've got 4 out of our 5 interior linemen pretty much shored up.
This is a weird question. How long are his arms? Do you know? No.
So that was a knock on him. I don't know the proper the actual length, but that was a knock on him, is that his arm length was a little bit shorter than you might want. But I think for a right tackle, it's not that bad.
That's what I was gonna. So I think the number is always like 34 inches or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
For both tackles. But I think he's right around that.
Yeah. So with that in mind,
33 and a quarter. So yeah, he's right around.
Yeah, a little bit short, but whatever.
Yeah.
This was the number 1 guy on Detroit Lions board.
Yeah.
They never thought that he was going to be on the, available at that point. They turned the card in like 30 seconds, like I was saying. Like it was like Lions are on the clock, and then it took like 30 seconds before it said pick was in.
It wasn't long.
It wasn't long at all.
And I'll tell you this. Apparently there were people that were upset because they already put in the pick and they were getting multiple calls about, number 7.
Yeah.
And so there were teams that were mad that they just that they went and made a pick, and I'm just like, you're mad because they picked where they were supposed to pick.
Where they were sitting. Yeah, where they were sitting. Yeah, MCDC doesn't give a shit about you being mad about that.
So, let's go over a couple things that that I'm excited about. Pretty much their draft. Round 2, Levi, I don't fucking know, from Washington. He's a defensive tackle.
Big dude.
And Levi's not even his name. I mean, try to look at this guy. It's ridiculous. But he's a big dude. He's going to be. A lot of people were really impressed with him. And then third round, they went defensive tackle again. Now this guy is from North Carolina State. He is a nose tackle.
Dude, he eats.
He's not necessarily.
Yeah, McNeil. He's big boy.
Yeah,
right.
He eats.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and then we get another difficult name to say.
He's loving these names, man.
Yeah.
These are football guy names.
Cornerback from Syracuse.
Was that in round 3 or was that 4?
That was round 3.
Oh yeah, round 3. Yeah.
I am loving that he is saying defense here.
I mean, we obviously had the biggest need was on our defensive side.
Yeah, and
huge need.
Yeah,
and we went defense.
And your 4th round pick, I like.
Fifth, our later 4th round pick. Yeah, that's what I'm guessing. That's who you're talking about.
I think
okay, so it's the third round pick. The cornerback is Fatu Melifowu. Yeah,
Melifonwu.
I'm not even going to try to pronounce this stuff. It sounds stupid. And then 4th round, our first 4th round pick was St. Brown. He's a wide receiver out of USC.
Yeah.
He from what I read, he's going to get separation. He's very quick. He's a good route runner, and I feel like because we did lose our returner this year, he could be our returner.
Yeah, there's a possibility for that.
So, and then I think this is the one you were talking about, Derek Barnes
from Purdue.
From Purdue, dude. Watching his highlights,
tackling machine.
Highlights are exactly what they're highlights. You're not gonna see in a highlight film him doing terribly, but
Right.
his highlight, he's a man out there, man. You know, he's out there just beating people up. And I can't remember which one it was. I don't think it was Barnes. It might have been our second round pick, Levi, who said that he likes pushing people into the backfield and demoralizing them.
It was definitely the Levi, because I heard that quote and I was just like, bro,
that's Dan Campbell.
he is gonna eat a kneecap, like on purpose.
Yeah. And then we didn't have a pick for 5th and 6th round and went to round 7. We picked up Oregon State running back Jamar Jefferson. And this was the only one that was under that had a bad RAS score. RAS is like, it's all measurables. It's, you know, it's comparing him to everyone else that did the 40 time at his position and stuff like that. We had a really high level of athleticism that we picked this year. And I think that's going to be a trend for us.
Special teams player
to do that. Yeah.
Sure. It'd be a good, that's what he is. He's a fill-in special teams depth guy.
And it's going to be great. I liked it. A lot of people liked it. And
I was impressed.
We're going to get to that.
I was impressed. There's a lot of first-time guys in that draft room, and I think they did a really good job.
Yeah. We're going to get to overall grades and everything based on, you know, what everyone else thought later. But yeah, that was definitely.
Fucking Mel Kiper.
What, you didn't
go
like
on.
it?
Not we'll just go on.
All right. So that was it for me. We can just move on to the Carolina Panthers, who picked J.C. Horn.
It shocked me.
Well, you know, I just realized, going back to that RAS score that I was talking about.
Yeah.
He is 9.99 out of 10. Like that's his overall score. He's the number 2 RAS score of any cornerback taken or that has measurables.
Yeah.
His athleticism.
I'm not.
I mean, it's crazy.
I'm not surprised. I shouldn't say I'm not surprised that he went.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready for defense to hop off like it did.
Yeah.
Right there. Yeah. I was thinking Cowboys were going to be at 10.
Have the pick of the defensive litter.
Right. Because they made it clear they wanted Horn or Surtain after they traded out of 10, which we'll talk about.
Yeah, I was going to say they were definitely wanting one of the cornerbacks.
They were all up on Horn and Surtain, definitely down for either one of those two.
Yeah.
So I think it shocked not only not that it was, like I said, it's not like it was like oh my god, they took JC Horn, like what a dumb pick. It was
not a dumb pick.
It was people weren't thinking, hey, they're gonna, you know, the Heisman Trophy winner, the Heisman Trophy winners out there, you know, let's give Sam Darnold, who we just traded for, got rid of Teddy Bridgewater, fire starter from last year. Let's give him some playmakers, but that's what I thought they would go with. But
I agree. It was everyone had Surtain first, and it ended up being J.C. Horn. Surtain went to the next pick, Denver Broncos, who also acquired from the Carolina Panthers that you mentioned earlier, Teddy Bridgewater. So that's what you were thinking, is give Teddy Bridgewater some maybe weapons, because Devontae Smith is still on the board at this point.
Yeah, and I think that's where I had Devontae Smith going in my mock was to Denver. I'm pretty sure that's where I had him at.
And it would make sense. He would be like and I think I said it when you said it, Emmanuel Sanders type of player. Yeah. Which has had a lot of success there in Denver.
Right. We need a producer so someone can write this shit down, because I wish I would have fucking done that. Because I really want to have our drafts picked or pulled up too. I'm just too lazy to go back and find them in the podcasts. Okay, so the Philadelphia Eagles move up to 10 then.
So here's my thing. I thought it was weird that this division had Cowboys, Giants, and then Eagles. Like they were run one after another.
Yeah.
Then the Eagles moved up. Okay.
With trading with Dallas
to Dallas. Here's my thing. This is the
Dallas
biggest
is
fuck
not
you.
picking a wide receiver, right?
No.
The Giants.
Yes.
Do you think that they pick a wide receiver?
100%.
Okay.
100%. I think they wanted Devontae Adams. I think they knew, or Devontae Smith. Sorry.
Yep.
I think
they want Devontae Adams too, by the way.
Yeah, right. They do. But hey, he might be available next year.
Yeah.
But Devontae Smith, I think that they were expecting him to be there. They were not expecting the Eagles to trade with Dallas. When I saw that it was the Philadelphia getting that pick, I just laughed. I literally laughed out loud. I was like, this is the biggest fuck you I've ever seen in a draft. This is insane.
To jump the Giants just to make sure that
I think that's probably the only reason Dallas made the trade was because it was to screw over another, like it helped another division rival, but it also screwed over.
Yeah, but in that move, I don't know who you're scared of more when you're Dallas. I don't know if
I'm just scared of the Giants more than I am the Eagles.
Yeah, at this point, yeah,
absolutely. So it makes sense.
And the Giants aren't a very good. That's
Well, I mean,
that's picking.
We'll talk
that's
about
picking up two turds and seeing who's which one's better.
Who's got
one's the
less
shiniest?
Yeah,
who's got less corn in it?
So then we go. Then it's the Giants' turn to pick.
Well, their man's gone now.
Yeah. So the Giants said, "You know what? Screw it. We're gonna trade out." Here comes my least favorite pick of the entire draft, ladies and gentlemen.
Go ahead and say it. I'll let you say it.
Justin Fields goes to the Chicago Bears.
Bears.
The Bears.
Now,
Bears.
The Bears, their quarterback, their development of quarterbacks might be the worst in the entire league, almost the history. So I'm not too worried. I mean, here's the thing. I want Justin Fields to succeed.
Yeah.
I don't think I think history will show that he probably won't succeed because he went to the Bears.
Not in his first 4 years.
He went to the Bears, which sucks, and now I want him to succeed, except for he just can't get over that hump of beating the Lions. You know what I mean? Like that's I want that to stain his career where he's like he never beat the Lions. That was the weirdest thing in the entire world.
So when Denver came up onto the clock and they put their pick in and didn't trade out, I was legitimately scared. I thought they were going to take Fields.
I didn't because they have Teddy Bridgewater now. They traded for him.
Well, yeah, but I don't think they care, honestly. If you have that
I mean, keep stockpiling quarterbacks. You can always just get rid of them.
Because you can you can always get rid of, especially
and their value is higher than every other position.
Name? You tell me his name real fast.
Drew Lock.
Drew Lock. There it is. So I mean, you have Drew Lock, you get rid of him. Yeah, Bridgewater's in there, but he's more of a veteran. You know, he plays kind of the same game as, not anymore because after he hurt his knee, but he used to play the same game as Fields can, and that have been a good learning quarterback for him to be behind. But I'm just pleading, please protect him. Please do not fuck this up, Bears.
They have a pretty good line. They have a pretty good line.
For fuck's sake. I don't even care about that. I'm just talking in general. Play to his strengths. Look at your playbook and be like, oh, well, that doesn't work no more. That doesn't work no more. Please, for the love of God, make at least one Ohio State quarterback good in the fucking league. That's all I'm asking for.
He won't play. He won't play. He probably won't play this year, depending on how Andy
Dalton is their starter. It's already been said.
Yeah,
and they even
Andy Dalton's their starter until they draft fucking Justin Fields. Calm down.
They said it after.
They told him that they were drafting him.
Yep.
Okay. Still, I don't care. It's Justin fucking Fields. You're gonna get him on the field. He's gonna outperform Andy Dalton. You're gonna be like,
or you keep Andy Dalton as your quarterback. You get another top 10 pick.
Yeah.
In the draft, and then you give him a You see what else you need.
Okay, so the Bears aren't playing chess here; they're playing checkers. All right,
they're playing.
Let's just call this
the Sixers. It's the Sixers way now. The Philadelphia 76ers. It's the way. It's the process.
Please
tanking.
just protect him and make him good. That's all I'm asking.
They're going to protect him year one. He'll be on the sidelines.
I will buy a Justin Fields Bears jersey.
Not wear it on this podcast.
Make him good for the love of God. Please, I will wear it on whenever they release the schedule. Whenever the Bears play the Lions, that is the week I'll wear it.
Absolutely not.
My mom's a big Bears fan. She texted me after the pick and said how excited she was. She goes, "It was never bought an NFL jersey, but I'll be buying that one."
He looks really good in it too. Like,
dude, it's great.
The jersey swap.
Yeah,
he looks pretty good in it.
It was a great pick by them. Moving on to the Dallas Cowboys, who went from 10th to 12th. They still got. To me,
nailed it.
They nailed it. They still got their guy.
It's the one
got
I got
a little bit more draft capital.
Just a couple picks down, but he still got
it. You know what? I don't think I picked Micah Parsons for them, but they got Micah Parsons out of Penn State. He's the number one linebacker on everyone's board. Sean Lee just retired.
Yeah, I think that was your reasoning for it too,
right?
And it was perfect. It was perfect. They were able to move down, get a little bit of capital, still nailed their guy. I mean, that was a great. At least a first round. That was a great way. That was they did everything they needed to do.
Yeah, I like the pick. He is definitely going to do good in their defensive scheme.
Yeah.
He's going to be a monster in the NFC East. I honestly can't wait to see what he does.
So then let's go to the number 13 pick. Chargers. They pick Rashawn Slater. They figured it out, Bengals.
Yeah,
they have a good quarterback.
Yeah,
and he just fell in their
young
laps.
quarterback.
Oh, he just fell in their laps. They didn't do nothing to get him. This is the craziest fucking thing. This dude's arms. I think he's got like his arm length is just insane, and he can just like sit back and just take a bull rush and just throw him down.
He's an offensive tackle from Northwestern.
He is a monster. Yeah, he didn't play this last season. He opted out of it, but. He's a monster, and he's going to do great things for the Chargers. I cannot wait to watch that.
Okay, so the Chargers figured it out, right? The dumpster fire of a team called the New York Jets. They picked the next pick, number 14. They just picked.
They trade up to get.
They trade up to get it too.
They just picked Zach Wilson.
Move.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they're like, you know what? We now have a young, good, talented quarterback. Let's protect him, Bengals.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy how that works.
Yeah, they pick Vera Tucker. He's a guard out of USC. Kudos to them, man.
Is it Elijah? How do you say it?
Yeah, I don't even try it.
I don't
Get
even
a
try
normal
anymore.
name or I'm not saying it. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna call him Ali.
Ali.
Okay. Ali. So I love. I didn't know too much about him since he's from the Pac-12, and I just don't watch Pac-12 football that much. Because I don't want to really stay up until midnight on a Saturday night watching Pac-12 football.
Yeah.
Just the start of it, at least. But yeah, from everything I hear,
a really good pick.
It's a smart pick. He's the next best offensive lineman in the draft,
and moving up to do it.
Yeah, you moved up to get him. I mean,
all
that's
right, and you never know what team's going to draft a lineman.
Exactly right. So
because there's no team. The Browns have the best line in the league, and we could use a lineman. Like there's no team that doesn't need another lineman.
Because linemen people get hurt. You need your offensive line is like one of the biggest things you need depth at.
Yeah, it's the craziest thing. It's the craziest concept. This is a very high risk position. Maybe I should have a couple of them just in case.
Right.
That's just crazy thinking.
Bengals. Okay, so let's move on to one of the most upsetting picks of the entire draft.
Why?
And I'll tell you why. Because they did nothing to get him. They sat on their goddamn hands.
It's not their fault.
Patriots still got him. It's just so frustrating.
This is just Nike. This is just Nike being a good GM, like a good boy he is. And he just knows that none of the other teams are gonna fuck with him after the Justin Fields pick. Nobody else needs a quarterback right there. So why move? Why move? Nike was like, no, we're gonna sit like good boys. We're gonna sit.
I agree. It's just frustrating that they got Mac Jones, who they said, hey, they're going to have to trade up to get him. Who they said, oh, they're going to be aggressive to get him. Nope, they're going to sit on their fucking hands. They're still going to get him because that's the Patriot way to do shit. And do you guys think he starts?
No.
Over Cam?
This is
agree.
this is the most Bill Belichick thing. After an offseason and a free agency signing period that was totally unlike Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
This is the most Bill Belichick thing I've seen him do. This is, I mean, it's just him being like, oh, man, we're just gonna let these motherfuckers just do whatever the fuck they want. We're just gonna sit here. We're just gonna get our.
Well, yeah, I mean, because if you think about it and you go back and look, I mean, why should he trade? I mean, these quarterbacks, the quarterbacks go that he knew was going to go, but then all of a sudden these picks, the Sewell drops to 7, that opens up a bunch of the floodgates for everything else. He's probably thinking he's going to get a Vera Tucker or a Surtain or a Horn or something sitting at 15 while all these other guys are taking wide receivers and quarterbacks, and then it's just like, oh, hey, look, the guy we wanted anyway.
Yeah. Hey, there he is. There's
so
this nice little package on our doorstep, guys. We should open it.
Unless you guys have real strong opinions on some of these, we're probably getting to the part where we can kind of start moving past these guys. We got Arizona Cardinals. They took Zavin Collins from Tulsa. He's in the linebacker.
Love it.
I heard that this might have been just a little bit high of a pick for him. I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, he won the bunch of defensive awards, best linebacker.
What I just did is I told you one person's opinion that I read on Twitter. You know what I mean? Who the fuck knows whether this is or not?
I like the pick just because
they need it.
They need it, and their defense is getting better. They got a couple guys for the defense this offseason, so I like the pick.
We go 17. We got Las Vegas Raiders. They pick Alex Leatherwood. Great
Huge
name.
Reach.
For offensive tackle, Alabama.
He got picked. He got picked for his last name. John Gruden Gruden just loved his last name. He's like, I'm gonna take that guy.
So here's my thing. Okay, Mike Mayock, who is the GM for the Raiders,
right?
He fall in loves with any team that is in the national championship.
Yeah.
His first year, he took like 9 fucking Clemson guys.
Yeah.
Like it was ridiculous. Like he took the entire Clemson team that he could his first draft. This draft, Alabama wins. What does he do? I'm getting the guy that played in a national championship.
Yeah. This was a big draft for drafting teammates as well.
Oh yeah.
It was weird.
Ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah. It just, to me, and then Nick, you said big reach.
Yeah.
Most people agree with you. They were rated as one of a really bad draft class.
I mean, he was a projected like end of the first to the second round.
Yeah. So doesn't Gruden hate like young guys anyways? Isn't that like a known thing?
I don't know. If you figure out John Gruden, let me know.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like he falls in love with guys. I think I've heard this somewhere, but he falls in love with guys, and then they fuck up, and then he's like, "All right, cool, I'm done with you. Like, let's get rid of them."
Yeah.
Miami Dolphins take Jalen Phillips, edge rusher from Miami, Florida. Don't know much about him.
He was one of the higher rated edge rushers.
Yeah.
On all the
so I heard the edge rushers weren't very good in this draft.
Yeah, they're not.
So they got the top of the not so good class.
Right.
Okay. Now, this isn't an insult. I just heard that the edge rushers, the top wasn't very good, and they're not very deep. I did think it was weird because later on I noticed that, and I think we'll talk about it. Another edge rusher from Miami, Florida. Both edge rushers got drafted in the first. It was kind of crazy there. Washington football team. Jamin Davis, linebacker from Kentucky. Once again, it's getting to the part where I
tackling
don't
machine.
Really know.
Yeah.
He's a big guy, big tackling. He's a really good pick.
He had some big games against some big SEC teams in his career.
Yeah.
Right. And if you show up against, tough competition, people
I think
notice.
I don't know if it was like Alabama or LSU this year. He had like 19 tackles against like Alabama last year or something stupid like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so before I pose the question, would the Giants have taken a wide receiver? Right. It gets answered with this
At
pick
20,
here.
right.
Yeah. Tony.
Yeah.
For a wide receiver out of Florida.
It might be Tooney. I don't know.
It's Tooney.
I think it's
Darius Tooney.
Everything I saw of him, he's a playmaker.
Yeah, he was a projected end of the first round.
So it's a little bit, maybe a little bit high.
Yeah, I mean, slight reach, but
I mean, it's. Yeah, I was gonna say he's got a lot of upside. Yeah, he's got a lot of upside. He's not making. I don't think that. I don't know if Baltimore doesn't take him if he's sitting there at 27. Yeah. So the fact that they got him there I think it's a good idea.
Nick, do you want to talk about this next pick? This is my second team. These are my boys here.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Yeah, go ahead.
I didn't expect him to I thought, I told you, Kenny, I thought he was going to be playing for the Brownies.
Yeah,
we're at 26, but
he was so close. He was so close.
Like I told you, he got misused at Michigan. He's a big, strong dude. He's athletic. I forget like what they said his 40 time was, but for his size, it was like crazy good.
I think he ran like a 4. If I remember, it was like a 4.5.
Yeah, and I mean he's probably going to be a third down specialist, pass rusher, but I mean eventually if you develop him right, he could be a 3-4 outside linebacker, can play some coverage and stuff like that. But I think the Colts definitely got
when they already have a fucking ridiculously good linebacker.
But they don't have a lot of edge rush.
Sure.
So like if you can bring,
it's a good pick. I'm just saying, like
he can be your third down specialist, and
he got the guy in the middle just destroying. Now you got some edge.
So he ran a 4.57 40, and he repped 36 on the bench press. He is fast and he is strong.
Oh
yeah, and he's sweet, and he's an awesome, good character guy. I don't know if you've seen when he got picked. He
okay, that's the moment. He
was living homeless, and he was homeless in Liberia or whatever with his mom after some bombing or whatever, and then they moved to here. And then when he gets drafted, he tells his mom live on TV, you're retired now.
Retired.
So I pray that he has a long, successful, because if not, Mama's going back to work. And then,
I think there's gonna be a financial advisor as soon as he gets his first paycheck.
So good for him. I hope it works out because you've seen it all too well. I think it's like 2 years in the league is like the max for people. So go for it.
3.
Tennessee Titans take Caleb Farley. I don't know this guy.
He didn't play last year, but the big thing I saw is he's coming off of a big back surgery.
Ooh, okay.
So that was kind of interesting.
I think that's because before the surgery, I think it was the 2019 season when it happened.
Yeah, he was balling out apparently.
Yeah, he was one of the best cornerbacks in that year. Obviously, took off last year.
Yeah.
So that's why he's so far down in the draft now, is because of the surgery. But
sure,
as long as he's healthy, he is gonna be a
pickup
for
absolutely.
Titans.
Minnesota Vikings take Christian Darrisaw.
Yeah. Which I don't know.
Another tackle,
lineman. Right.
Another lineman.
He's a lineman. I'm pretty sure
Vikings
you can just plug and play with him.
Yep.
No.
Vikings need it. Let's get to what is the very next team. The Pittsburgh Steelers. Go ahead, Nick. I mean, this is your team. Let's
Kenny
go.
wants to say something. Kenny wants to say something.
I do. But it's because I'm glad that you guys got your guy, because you definitely needed a running back this draft. But who takes a running back in the first round anymore?
I mean, he wasn't. Was he going to be there?
No, he definitely wasn't.
Round? So
he definitely
you gotta reach sometimes to get the guy you want.
I also loved his story too. He had his draft party at the homeless shelter he lived at when he was a kid.
Right.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't know. I knew it was going to be Najee if he was there. Love the pick. The part where I got upset was the second round pick.
Round 2, ladies and gentlemen.
When they took Pat Freiermuth out of Penn State. And now, don't get me wrong, like great college tight end.
It's not an insult on the guy.
No, but they have a huge need on the offensive line.
Really big.
And defense. And defense, honestly, I mean, their defense is getting old. And
Villanueva just
Ravens. Yes, I'm with the Ravens.
Okay.
So are you not?
I was, but now, like, I was talking about this earlier. They have who just retired for the Steelers on the offensive line?
Pouncey.
Well, okay. What position does he play?
Center.
All right. Who was the center that was taken in the second round? Kenny, this is for you.
Play
for the Buckeyes.
Yeah, I know I'm sorry, I'm blanking on names.
Josh Myers.
Santa Claus.
Josh Myers.
Yeah, he was. Third. He was a third overall recruit in the country when he got out of high school. I mean, this kid. It was like monster. It was like two or three, 4 picks later after they picked Freiermuth. Green Bay takes him, and I was just, oh my god, I just was at the flames in my eyes when this happened. Now, don't get me wrong, Freiermuth is one of those guys. He's a great blocker too. He's a big dude, can catch passes.
He can catch.
He had a crazy amount of touchdowns for a college tight end too. So I mean, it could end up being a great pick. I just thought they could have took the need of offensive line when there's superior offensive linemen still available.
And there was a bit of a run on them.
Right.
In the first round, and then probably in the second round too, without looking at it. So yeah, you got to pick it. So you go Harris for the first pick. Yeah, you got to get
protect.
Now they did go to the third round. They did get another
Kendrick
one
Green out of Illinois, who he's a center. I don't know. I mean, he played for Illinois. Like, I don't know much.
I hear you
about guys that played for garbage teams, but if it's one thing I trust with Pittsburgh, is they develop players really, really well.
Sure.
So they take Kendrick Green at 87 overall, third round. Then they go tackle with Dan Moore Jr. out of A&M, who, from what I've heard, I mean, it's good. I mean, now we've added the depth. My favorite
teammates here, ladies and gentlemen.
Second favorite pick, Buddy Johnson. Out of Texas A&M. I don't know if you've seen his highlight videos or the dude he's a football player. Like, he is perfect Pittsburgh. I mean, you think of Pittsburgh players. He kind of reminds me of Troy Polamalu. He's not the playmaker, like with turnovers and whatnot that Polamalu was a safety, but he is all over. I mean, he's fast. He runs all over the place, makes a lot of tackles. So I get real excited about this 4th round pick in Buddy Johnson, the tackling machine out of A&M. And then for the 5th round pick, they trade up to get Isaiah Loudermilk.
Great name.
It's a strong German name.
He had, and Mel Kiper's Mel Kiper, but he had he had, for a defensive lineman, he had him as a 7th round free agent pickup, and we traded up for him in the 5th. Now he's big. I'm trying to think. Can you look up how big he is? Isaiah Loudermilk.
He is 6'8", 293.
Right. And he's an interior lineman, so they clog up space at that.
Well, no, he's a D end. Loudermilk is a D end. At 6'8", 293. He's a big boy.
He had 37 tackles and 8 sacks in 4 years. So production wise, it's I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
I don't know. Yeah.
Sketchy.
Yeah. I mean, then they fill linebacker needs at 6 in the 6th round with Roche out of Miami. And in the 7th round, they get Trey Norwood out of Oklahoma.
Okay.
And then
go ahead. Say the pick. Say the pick. No. Say the pick.
At 254, their last pick, which is about towards near the end of the draft, they take Presley Harvin out of Georgia Tech, who's a punter.
I thought Percy Harvin had a son. and named him Percy Harvin the third.
Yeah.
Until I realized it was Presley Harvin.
Mm-hmm.
When I saw that pick, I was like,
yeah.
Percy Harvin's kid is already in the league. What the fuck?
Percy ain't that old.
Yeah, I
know. That's what Kenny's telling you.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, what the fuck? Did he have this kid when he was 10? What the hell?
Yeah. So and people were dogging the punter pick.
I
didn't.
It's the seventh round.
Well, and how important are special teams? And
hey,
I mean, punters are important. I mean,
punters are people too, man.
Cincinnati took a kicker in the 5th.
Dude, don't even. I'm not trying to turn this into the fucking Bengals hate podcast, but fucking Bengals, dude. How do you pick a fucking kicker in the 5th round when your team is absolute fucking garbage?
So I mean, the Lions, they picked what you said it, Nick. They picked a special teamer in the 7th round.
Right.
What's the difference between picking a guy that's going to run down there and make a tackle or a guy that's going to punt?
Now, I watched almost the whole entire draft from start to finish. Pretty much every pick.
I've done that.
I miss like the last round, and I missed like halfway through the 6th and on. But then when they picked the kicker, they were talking about his accuracy or whatever. The guy, the Bengals took, kid out of Florida, who's crazy good. He was talking about he's one of, he compared him to Jason Hansen. Another kicker. I can't think of who.
Matt Prater.
No, it wasn't
Lions legend and insult him.
Okay, so
he was talking about his grade for his draft. Like he doesn't, he said that was one of his higher kickers since like Jason Hansen or something like that.
Well, I don't give a shit. He's a kicker. He doesn't go in the 5th round. You're still picking skill position at that point. But I will say with that kid that went 5th round, he has a pretty sick video of him kicking a football into the rafters at Florida. Yeah, Florida. And it knocking the cap off a bottle.
Nice.
It's pretty nasty. It's pretty sweet. So with 25 then coming back into the 1st round, with 25, the Jags take Travis Etienne. They're picking teammates.
Clemson, running back. And here's the thing. I think it's kind of what Mike Mayock is going to do. I think it's the 1st draft, okay, but Urban Meyer could fall into that same problem that Mike Mayock falls into, where he's like, hey, a good team, I'm only going to pick players from this, certain teams, and I'm going to build my roster on that.
Well,
maybe that's legitimately how their board felt.
I'm gonna say the same thing as I said with the Steelers. The 1st round is running back in the 1st round is pretty rough, but
at the end of the 1st round, it's not crazy.
It's not crazy.
But why? Who
they have the 1st pick in the second round.
But of the teams left, right? They got the 1st pick in the second. Why'd you have to get rid of that pick to get to move up? For you could have got
no. This right here. They didn't lose their 1st round, or they didn't lose their 2nd round pick. They still picked at 33.
Right, I know. But
you're saying why are you? Okay, my bad.
Why are you moving up when you could have got him there
at 33? Yeah. Because let's say the Rams aren't taking him. We're obviously not taking him. The Ravens aren't taking him.
Maybe the Ravens might, because Ingram. You could pair him up with Dobbins.
They have Dobbins though,
right? But you need more than one running back.
Well, you're right, you do, but I don't think they're taking him there. I think that they wanted to get the wide receiver because that is a bigger need for them right now, anyways. But the Bills aren't taking him. Obviously, the Ravens trade back up, so that's whatever. And then the Buccaneers probably have the 2nd best running back room in the league right now. So Travis Etienne at 25, I'm all right with it. It's the end of the 1st round, like you said. I guess I have no. It's nice that Trevor and him are going to be together. It'll help with molding the team, and like they know each other already, so that'll help mold.
He fits Urban Meyer's play style.
He does. Well, we don't know exactly what kind of play style he's going to have in the NFL.
True.
Urban ain't switching.
You ain't think so?
Urban, his play styles is. Look at the Chiefs. Look at the Ravens. Look at. look at the Bills. I mean, teams are running the same style of offenses he ran in college. So why should he have to change his coming to the NFL?
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But I mean, we'll see. Now, the Browns at 26. I'm loving this. I'm loving this pick.
I had to hear it. I had to hear it all goddamn weekend. God,
sure.
Browns, man. Browns.
Dude, I was pumped. Listen to me, motherfuckers.
Christ. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking about the people, where I was.
I'm loving this. Our defense needed it. We needed another cornerback. He is the best available there. He is good. He is a fucking good cornerback. And with our second pick, when we get into it here in a second, it's just shoring up our defense. And this is totally biased, but it's also not totally biased because it's been confirmed by other people. We have one of the best drafts in the fucking of the year.
Mm-hmm.
We are fucking
of the year. The only because we only do one draft a year.
I said of the year, like we're the best draft, like of this year. Okay, I'm not trying to say of ever. I'm not trying to say we had the best draft of ever. I'm just saying we had the best draft this year.
Okay, so just go through the damn picks.
Oh man, let's do this. Okay. All right. So,
hey, Kenny, is your table raising?
No, but my pants are.
Got that tent going.
Okay, I will never pretend that I can say anybody's name, so I'm gonna call him Joke. But Joke out of Notre Dame at linebacker is a beast. I was hoping that we would have take him in the first round.
Yeah,
the fact that we got him at 52.
Well, did you find out why he dropped so much?
I know. I don't even care.
Apparently there was at his physical, or there he used to there was a heart thing.
Oh, there was a heart thing. I did hear about that.
He's all cleared. He's cleared and everything, but apparently some teams were afraid of him.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because of that. Which
I'm glad we weren't, because that kid is a fucking monster.
Well, I mean,
he's undersized. He's undersized a little bit.
You do need linebackers in Cleveland. But everyone else around him is pretty good. So if he doesn't work out or this game becomes a problem, it's not going to devastate your team. You know what I mean? Right. The Lions, they need their second round pick to fucking produce. Like that's all there is to it. We don't have people around him.
Yeah. So
in the Browns, they can take risks, quote risks like this, and still be successful. So it's not too bad.
So also in the second round at 91, we take Anthony Schwartz. Anthony Schwartz out of Auburn. He is quite literally the fastest player in this draft. No one's catching this kid. Baker is going to be able to just throw this ball pretty much wherever he wants, and that just down the field, and Schwartz is going to be able to fall underneath it and grab it. He runs a 4.25 40. Insanely fast. I am pumped about it. He's a little again, we talked about it earlier. All the wide receivers in this class are undersized. He has had that problem, but we also talked about the league switching their play styles, and I think that it's switching towards an undersized wide receiver now. You're not looking there will always be a spot in the NFL for a Julio Jones or Megatron, and Larry Fitzgerald, those kind of guys. But I think the bulk of your wide receivers are going to be smaller here on out. With our fourth round pick with James Hudson, the offensive tackle out of Cincinnati. I like the pick only because the depth. Yep. I like it. My other fourth round pick though, Tommy out of the defensive tackle out of Ohio State.
Can you say his last name?
No, I can't. It's like Tuga or something like that.
Togiai.
I don't say it. I don't say it. I call him Tommy. I've called him Tommy for fucking forever.
We're on a first name basis.
40 reps on the bench.
Dude, that boy is strong. I can't, man. Like, I'm so pumped about this pick, and everyone's dogging our fucking offensive line or our defensive line. And
Well, you did get rid of a great defensive
Yes,
tackle.
I know we did, but still, man, he is great. He's strong.
Nothing wrong with it.
We got our Lions will be fine.
Yeah,
and then
he was having a great year until he got hurt.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's why he fell. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In the 5th round, we take Tommy Fields the second.
Tony Fields.
What'd I say?
Tommy.
I said Tommy because I was looking at Tommy. So Tony Fields the second. Get off
Who
my
is
dick.
West Virginia's jock.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, he is like a freaking identical twin to this kid.
He had, I think he played at Arizona before he went to West Virginia, but I think overall he had like 280 some tackles, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second. Let me read.
287.
287. Look at me. See, I can't say names, but I can remember that kind of stupid shit. So I'm loving him.
Yeah, now you got competition at linebacker.
Yeah. Say his last name. Yeah, I know you're looking at it.
LeConte. Richard
No,
LeConte.
it's not. Don't you say that. Is it LeConte?
LeConte.
Okay. Richard LeConte.
LeCounte. Richard LeConte.
Okay. Is that like a French thing? What is
that?
What?
I think he's from New Orleans.
Who cares?
Okay. So anyways, he's a safety from Georgia. I mean, we kind of got like one of the best safeties in the offseason. So this is just developmental pick.
I mean, he had an injury, Achilles injury or something like that early. He was a big time recruit, 5-star, I'm pretty sure, for Georgia.
I'm sure he was.
Playmaker, though. He's a kick returner. So he's another one of those guys you can put in special teams too.
Yeah.
Plus you got Grant Delpit still. So you can, sit behind Delpit and learn all that stuff.
And then in the 6th round, we take the metric. I'm saying it right.
What's that?
The metric.
Dimitri probably.
Dimitri Felton out of the wide receiver out of UCLA. I think he's more of a special teams guy. I think we're just gonna put him there. I don't, because he's definitely not playing with Chubb and Hunt because he did run running back for a while with UCLA.
Right, he's classified as running back receiver.
But and then with our wide receiver room with OBJ coming back, he might get in some
he could be practice squad.
Empty backfield. I see him more as
depth.
That's depth and as special teams. Yeah. So I'm cool.
You need those guys.
I'm cool with that. I loved our draft. We had great need in the defense. It was our biggest weakness last year. And I mean, with the free agency in this draft, we just crushed it. I am 31 years old, and I can definitively say that this is the best year of my life when it comes to being a Browns fan.
Yeah.
In 31 years.
Yeah. You mean last year, was it?
No, that's what I mean. Like the season from last year.
Oh.
And then this draft.
Yeah.
So
I can see it. Yeah.
Yeah. This is by far the best.
It's weird, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know what to do with myself. I don't know what to do with my hands. Like, I don't know. Like I'm winning on Saturdays every week, and now I'm gonna be winning on Sundays. Like I don't know. I'm gonna have to get some kind of I'm gonna have to get someone to just be professionally mean to me so I can feel bad about myself for a little bit.
Deal. we've got. I know guys.
I'm gonna be too happy. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
All right, let's move the.
All right,
on,
so
man.
Fuck the Ravens, but they did get Rashad Bateman. Love the pick.
Yeah, it was a good pick from what I'm to understand. Yeah.
Love the pick.
Absolutely.
He's a great wide receiver in college. He's not going to get Lamar Jackson's not going to throw him the ball that much, but when he is, able to throw the ball to him, he will catch it. He will catch it. The Saints take Peyton Turner. He is the defensive end out of Houston.
Sure.
Yeah, it's the end of the first round. It's the end of the first round. I'm sure that's a need for them.
Yeah. By the way, next pick. Keep it up, fucking Green Bay Packers, baby.
I know.
Keep it the fuck up.
Jesus
Hey,
Christ.
Hey,
Dude.
Does Roger? Yeah.
Yeah.
Does Rogers need
Yeah.
a wide receiver or anyone to throw it to besides Devontae
But
Adams?
Does
Right
he
here.
Need, does he need weapons? Does he need protection? Does he
Yep.
need any fucking thing? Oh no,
Mhm.
no,
Mhm.
no.
Yeah.
We need our
Right
defense.
here.
Our defense, guys.
Yeah. And then
Dude.
Rogers. There's a reason
Well,
Rogers is
now,
mad.
here's
That's
the thing,
the
though.
reason he wants
Here's
out.
the thing. Can he be mad though? I mean, he goes off on an MVP season. He went to an NFC Championship game, but their offense wasn't the reason they lost.
Can he be mad? He can. Of course, he can be mad.
I'm talking about right now. Like this year's draft can't be the reason he's mad. It's last year's draft. He's still holding a grudge.
It's last year's draft. It's the fact that they don't get him any help at all. At all in the free agency or in this fucking draft.
But if I'm a G, but I'm playing devil's advocate here. If I'm a GM and my quarterback just won league MVP, we went to an NFC Championship game, one of the higher scoring offenses in the league. What kind of help you need, bud? How much more help do you need? We need help on defense, not offense.
Listen to me.
If you
totally
talk to,
fine.
we are friends with a very annoying
help?
Packers fan. I mean, they dressed it. I don't know. I don't know if it's the guy. Like, just pick the quarterback in the first round.
All I'm saying, in this draft right now, you already know that Rodgers is pissed off. Just give him a fucking weapon.
He's got one.
Up.
He's got one. Devontae Adams.
Just get him a fucking weapon, and then address your defense in the fucking free agency. Or
who wants to go playing? Nobody wants.
I
to play
push that
Green Bay.
button. What are you talking about?
Nobody wants to play in Green Bay. It's cold.
Oh,
that's a good point.
No, the battery died.
And at least, yeah, Tampa. That's where people are going now. So,
dude.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so
he's just
Green Bay
still mad that they
Packers-
picked Jordan Love last year.
yeah, he is because he's a little douchebag. Okay, that needs to go
absolutely.
on Jeopardy.
Well, and it's just like
And leave the NFL.
He cut his whole entire family off. Is Green Bay surprised that he's not going to be loyal to them? Like,
yeah, fuck this guy.
Like, none of this is a shock.
Hey, Rodgers, stick to your word, man. Don't play a fucking down for the Green Bay Packers.
Go host Jeopardy.
Sit on your
100%.
ass.
100%. He shouldn't play for him. He shouldn't play
I agree.
for him.
I absolutely agree.
He needs out. Like
Of the NFL, yes.
They do not respect him or appreciate him at all. At all.
Mm-hmm. I respect him. I
Aaron,
spit on him
shut
when
the
he goes
fuck
by.
up. Shut the fuck up.
Fuck this guy.
I can't with you.
All right, moving on.
Buffalo
Good job,
Bills,
Green Bay Packers.
Say the name. Is it Rusu? I can't say this. These names are ridiculous, guys.
That's why I said get a normal name, or I'm not saying it.
Yeah, it's Gregory. What? It's
Hold on, let me get there.
come on, let's go.
Oh, Rousseau. God, Jesus.
That is
Rousseau.
not
Gregory
Rousseau.
It's Rousseau.
Now, here's
Fucking
the other
French
edge rusher.
people, dude.
Here's the other edge rusher from Miami.
Yeah,
Florida,
Yeah.
Like I said,
Which,
I knew it.
which
get
both
a
of
new
them were
name.
both of them were projected first round picks.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. It was not a surprise as
Yeah,
far
yeah.
as that's concerned. It's
Yep.
late in the draft. Here it is. Yeah.
Okay, so Baltimore then comes back up into 31 with a
Mhm.
trade for with Kansas City.
Yeah.
Is
And then
this, is this
Say his name. Say his name. I actually don't know that.
Odafe?
Owe? Owe?
Owe.
Is it? I think it's Owe.
Owe.
It's
Who gets
it?
Owe. I think so.
okay.
But
And
he's a
then,
defensive
and then
out of-
Tampa
out of
Bay
Penn State.
picks up the scraps of the
Tryon.
defensive line
Tryon,
that
yeah.
Yeah, Tryon.
that the Lions didn't want.
He's linebacker.
We didn't
for
want
damn
him.
sure.
Yeah, we didn't want him. We wanted the defensive tackle. So that's great. Good job.
So for the most part, there's the obvious loser in this draft. And it's just obviously the Bengals because they are a shit ran organization. and
Okay.
Cannot do anything.
So here is a couple things here. I'm going to put up what everyone considers is the worst draft. Like these are graphics that I find. I don't know.
Don't tell us what they say. We're gonna give ours, and then we'll see how far away.
Okay. All right. Well, then let's do this then. There is a graphic where someone put together all of the draft grades, and you know how it's ABC, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They put together all the draft grades that everyone gave. Like it's there's like 15 different
it's an
analysts
Excel
here.
sheet.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. It's an
Yep.
Excel sheet.
Yep. And then what they did
Excel.
is they made, based off the grade that was given, they gave the teams a GPA. You know, if you get all A's, you get a 4.0, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's what they're kind of basing it off of.
Fucking Mel Kiper, dude.
Do you want me, like, how do you want to do this? Do you want me to tell you the top 10 drafts, or do you guys want to kind of guess? What do you want to do?
Are we going top or bottom first?
Stop looking at the graphic.
I'm not looking at the graphic. I'm
Yeah,
looking.
let's
I'm trying to
do
find.
top.
I had mine written down.
Let's do top. Let's, just throw out a couple teams that you think might be in the top.
Okay, so can I'm gonna get my bias out of the way.
Yeah, Browns.
I've already
Browns are
said
up
it.
there.
I've already said it like 1,000 times. The Browns had a fucking great draft. I am pumped for what the Browns did.
I would. Chargers are probably up there.
Yes,
Chargers
they're number 3 according to this. Yeah.
The Chargers did really well.
Mhm.
I actually like what Detroit did. Based off of what the culture that they're trying to build in Detroit and their needs of their team. I like what they did. I don't know if it's going to be.
Do you think it's top 5 or top 10?
I would, if it's anything, it's top 10.
Probably not top 5.
Okay.
But I will openly admit that I did like what they did.
I enjoyed their draft as well.
I will also openly admit that the Steelers are the bottom 5 of my
absolutely
anything.
Yeah.
They're just
Jets
terrible.
are probably up there.
Yes. Yep.
Dolphins
4.
are probably up there.
Who'd you say? I'm sorry.
Dolphins probably.
Yep, they are. And so we got the Browns, Chargers, the Jets, the Dolphins. You guys are all you're really nailing.
Ravens, probably. Ravens had a good draft.
They're still in the top 10. Yep.
Look.
Is it? Did Chicago have a good draft?
Chicago is the number 1.
Oh my God!
So
is it because of their pickup with Fields?
It's got to be that aggressive move. They got a 3.99 GPA, and the Browns got a 3.89.
So I'm just gonna run through the rounds real fast for the Bears. In the second round, they took Tevin Jenkins, offensive tackle from Oklahoma State.
And they took Larry Borum, offensive tackle out of Missouri, in the 5th. They didn't even
have a third or fourth.
Then they take Khalil Herbert in the 6th, running back. Daz Newsome, receiver in North Carolina, in the 6th. Thomas Graham Jr., corner out of Oregon, in the 6th. And then Chris Tunga, BYU, in the 7th.
So it goes Chicago Bears. According this is draft grades given by a bunch of different people. Okay?
I think they're
you've got Mel Kiper, you've got a lot of people on here giving draft grades.
Yeah, I think that their draft grade is so high is because they were missing those 2 rounds.
Yeah.
So they weren't reaching. They weren't reaching.
Justin Fields. That Justin Fields aggressive pick is great. I'll give you the guys the top 10. No point in going in the middle here. Chicago Bears, Cleveland Browns, Chargers, Jets, Dolphins, Patriots, Ravens, Lions, Jaguars, and then the Giants.
I definitely want to pick the Giants, but
as far as the GPA goes, do you want to guess the bottom 5, or do you want me to just tell you guys?
Well, I
mean,
Pittsburgh
is not in the bottom 5.
Get out of here.
Yeah, they are low, but not in the bottom 5.
New Orleans is probably on there.
That is correct.
Bengals.
They are not. Bengals are actually higher than the Steelers.
I'm fucking done with these guys.
Yeah,
They're all fucking idiots.
Tennessee is not.
The Raiders?
Tennessee is. Let me see where. Oh,
I'm just trying to think. Seattle only had 3 picks, didn't they?
Yes.
So I'm sure that's tough.
That's
tough.
Get a good.
They are definitely in there.
What about the Raiders?
Raiders are in there. Yep. You have 2 more.
I'm just trying to think of teams that I
think of one of the biggest shitholes that you
Niners.
Nope.
No.
Think of one of the biggest shitholes you got.
Green Bay.
Green Bay is just
Texans.
out of it.
Texans.
Texans are the very dead last.
Oh shit! I didn't even think about that. I guess that those were so obvious.
The one you're missing is LA Rams.
Really?
Yeah, I was just trying to think of teams that I don't really remember any big names or anything like that.
So let's do. So this is another one, and this is per. Mike Renner. And this is his top 5 worst drafts. And I agree with Texans, Seattle, that's difficult. Raiders, everyone's wrote. Packers, keep doing your fucking thing. And then even Nick said the Steelers as well.
It wasn't like it was absolutely god awful terrible. It was just where they made the choices. They flip flopped where they should have made the choices, which makes it's going to give them a bad draft grade. But I think picking Freiermuth out of Penn State that in the second round, and then trading up to in the 5th round to get a guy who was a projected 7th round, not even getting drafted guy.
Yeah,
those two right there, I think, is what.
You guys ready for the top 5 here?
Oh yeah.
Let's do it.
Now on that grade card thing, one of these teams, the Tennessee Titans, they were drafted actually kind of lower, or they were like
projected.
They were
lower.
in the bottom, yeah. But on this one, Mike Renner,
they hit a lot of their
higher.
defensive needs. They didn't take any. There was nothing sexy about their draft.
Once again, probably taking need into.
It was a bunch of
together. Chicago Bears.
Yep.
At the top, and it's got to be because of Fields, because they got Fields when they did.
I think so.
It has to be.
Yeah,
I think so.
I mean,
but look at him in that uni, man.
Yeah.
Oof.
Browns make sense. Chargers make sense. If you want to call the Lions top 5, sure.
But it's that Sewell pick, probably.
Hey, I'm telling you, it's the Sewell pick, and I'm telling you, it is the fact that he went big.
Yeah.
I think as Dan Orlovsky was saying, build with bigs the whole fucking time.
He did a great job.
I think they did that, and I think they did a good job. I think they're gonna have a good base to build around.
Too bad Dan Orlovsky wasn't as good as a quarterback as an analyst.
Yeah. You guys would have went into the fucking Super Bowl.
All right. So we already mentioned Bridgewater. Antonio Brown resigns with the Bucks. I thought that was already a done deal, so that's kind of weird.
Nope. Yeah, that just happened. I think that happened the day after we recorded last week.
Yeah, I remember that, and I was just like, I thought that was.
So, some people were being stupid in saying that with the Antonio Brown pick, or with the Antonio resigning, now they've re-signed all 22 starters from the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But he wasn't a starter in the Super Bowl. This was a month ago, I think, that they re-signed all of their starters.
Yeah.
So this is just an extra.
A player. A participant. Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, this is just an extra re-signing. What the hell is his name? Mike Greeny, right? I think that's what
Greenberg.
Greenberg. Their salary cap guy. He's a magician. He's either making the team broke as fuck in 5 years, or he's just a fucking.
Well, it also helps that Tom Brady refuses to be the highest paid. Like he's making great money, but he's making crap money.
He's got a sugar mama, so he doesn't need all that kind of money.
Aaron Rodgers, we touched on this. Aaron Rodgers is mad at the Packers. Keep doing your thing, Packers. You're doing great.
Did you see what he was wearing at the Derby?
We can talk about that on the next one. We'll just do a roast section on him just looking fucking ridiculous.
I mean,
he was wearing a Turd Ferguson name badge.
Dude.
Yeah.
I was laughing my ass off.
He was having a good old time.
Yeah, he was.
Hate him all you want on the football field. Off the football field, he's awesome.
He's great. He's great.
Still lame.
He's great.
Tim Tebow is finally getting a fucking hint and doing what he was told to do a long time ago.
Oh.
And he tried out for tight end in Jacksonville.
He could still be playing.
Sure.
In the NFL right now.
He could be. He could be.
They just said it was something crazy. He's only 3 years older than Taysom Hill. So, come on.
Yeah.
Here's a little bit of a funny thing. Lions had, based on opinion, a really great draft. They signed in free agency a tight end Josh Hill. He signed about 2 months ago in free agency. He retired today.
Oh,
This was news today.
yeah.
So the Lions now currently have one tight end who has played an offensive down in the NFL.
You want Ebron back?
You can.
I'll keep him. I love him.
Yeah,
Can I
He's been
have
great.
some
He's been
more,
great for us.
please?
but I will tell you right now, you're going to love your second round pick over him within 3 games.
I mean, we'll see.
Yeah,
I mean-
fuck Ebron. And then let's finish it up with our over unders real quick.
Yeah, we already talked about Teddy Bridgewater for a 6th-round pick too. That's just
Yeah, I mean, easy pick, easy trade.
almost
yeah, that's
insulting.
easy. Yeah, it's easy. All right, so we're gonna do over unders for the East divisions tonight. That means we're doing the NFC Beast. We're gonna go through that first.
All right, NFC. Wait until you hear the over under for Washington here.
Yeah.
Under.
So
Under.
Washington.
I know.
Yeah.
This is an easy one to me.
I mean, okay, this is gonna be a fun, easy 2 seconds because every single one of these is gonna be under. But the Washington football team's over under as of the 19th. Still, I have not pulled new numbers because it wouldn't be fair for everybody else. But as of right now, it is the over under is 8 games. Who?
Unless they're planning on them not losing a divisional game.
Yeah,
That's about
unless they don't lose a divisional game. Like how
Under.
are you getting over?
I agree.
Okay, so we're all under on that. All
Yep.
under. Okay, so the New York Football Giants, their over under is 7.
Once again, this is a spot where I'm like, yeah, that's good. That sounds
Right,
good.
right. Give me the
I'm
over.
actually gonna
Over.
go over as well.
Yeah. Give me
Okay.
the over. I think
Okay.
Daniel Jones, second year, got some weapons around him now. Barkley's back. Barkley stays healthy. They could win.
Mhm.
They could win 8 or 9 games.
I can see that. Okay, we'll go over on that one. Philadelphia, their over under is 6.5.
I'm going over on that. I think they can get 7.
I don't
It's
understand
the division.
this.
The
I don't-
division. Every single person can either split in that division. It's
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Under.
You think it's under?
Ooh, okay.
Under. Yep.
All right.
I don't know. I don't think Hurts is the answer.
I agree.
I
Um,
agree with that.
Now they did get
that.
Devontae Smith, but I mean, is his size going to pan out in the NFL? I mean, we'll see.
That's the type of guy they like.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, I
Eagles
mean,
love that type.
But the Eagles have
receiver.
also bombed the last 3 drafts in picking receivers. So
Sure.
if I'm not trusting the Eagles' decisions,
Yeah.
I'll go under.
I feel like the Smith pick is kind of it's a no-brainer though. Like I don't see how this one goes wrong immediately for them unless he gets injured. And then Dallas is over under is 9.5. I don't know how you're
Over. I'm going fully healthy Dak. I'm going over.
We talked about this. He did release that video a couple weeks ago of him throwing the swing.
Actually, I got an update shortly before we started this where he
Okay.
said he's ready to go now. He's ready to play now.
Okay.
I think
I think a fully healthy Dak is definitely over then.
I mean, if Dak's fully healthy, that's easily top 3 offense in the league.
Yeah.
I'm going under, actually.
Okay.
I'm going under, and it's strictly because their defense is still atrocious, and their coaching.
Yeah. But I also think back to McCarthy, early Packers days when the Packers were really, really good before he dried out.
With Aaron Rodgers.
I mean, okay, but
that's-
Dak Prescott's also been nothing but pretty good since he's been in the league. I mean, look at
not-
last year before he got hurt.
I'm not insulting him. I'm just saying that
Dude.
Rodgers is a step
He
above.
has so many weapons, though.
Yeah, he does.
So many weapons.
Yeah.
And Dallas went defense heavy. The young guys are going to have to step up early, I think,
Right.
for him this year.
Yeah, I mean, you got a rookie heavy defense, but we'll
Right.
see.
And so we'll see. Yeah, I mean, that's going to be their big thing. I mean, but they can outscore a lot of teams. So that's why I think I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and go over.
Yeah, I think they definitely go over in this
That's
one.
fine. I'm okay with being,
Yeah.
But like
being the
said,
loner.
like if it said if the over under was 10, I'd be like, okay,
Yeah.
that's good. That's good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Or
Congratulations.
even,
Good job.
yeah, it's right.
Yeah,
it's
that's the
right,
problem
it's
with
close.
it.
Yeah.
All right. AFC East. This is
All
actually
right.
that was easy. Okay, let's see
Yeah.
what we got in this because I'm looking at it.
We're gonna start.
We're gonna have
for
problems.
this one, Kenny is giving his answer first because Kenny always just flocks one. Like Kenny just doesn't
No,
really say anything. He just,
listen,
okay,
listen.
we're all like, we'll say, okay, we're all under.
Oh,
We're
okay,
all
that
over.
sounds good. You guys
I
make good
just
points.
picked a fucking scab. I didn't even know I had one there.
All right,
So
that
Buffalo.
was weird.
Shut up. Buffalo over under 10.5. They are definitely going the over.
I agree.
This is a no-brainer. This is an easy fucking pick.
Yeah.
There, you happy?
They still have the offensive
okay,
coordinator from
now,
last year.
Listen, you say it's a no-brainer, okay, but let me run this back for you. All right.
Go for it.
There's one underlying factor here.
Mhm.
New England,
Mhm.
okay,
Mhm.
had a losing season for the first time in I don't know how many years.
Mhm.
What were they missing last year?
Everything that they picked up in the.
On the defensive side, how many guys did not play last year for them?
I don't remember.
It was like
A lot.
it was like 7 or 8 defensive
Yeah,
starters.
it was a
That's
lot.
right,
It was
yeah.
a lot of guys.
Those guys are back. You're fully rested. Because I think Bill Belichick told them, "Hey, take the year off." Like,
It's gonna be a
be.
weird one.
I don't think Bill said that.
Well, I
but-
know, but I think it was so.
I'm going the over on this.
I'm going under. I like Josh Allen. I think he's proved that he's a good NFL quarterback, but I also don't.
I just like the fact that
think they played out of their butts last year too.
And I think they're going to do it again.
But I also think that having the offensive coordinator still back is going to be big.
There's a lot
of
of familiarity there.
Yeah.
I mean, but their defense also played out of their minds. I mean, they got a bunch of no-namers. All
and
right,
they just got a new one.
Okay, now, but listen, it's hard in professional sports for teams that aren't heavy, talented, loaded to consistently win every year. So
I think their offense keeps it in them or keeps them in it though.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't think they're going to win 7 or 8 games. I mean, it's going to be close. Like it could be 10. I'm thinking like 9-10 games. I don't think they win the 12.
You think they go
13,
10-7 after winning the East? You think they go 10-7?
Yeah, I mean, they're still probably going to be a wild card team at that.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they're right there. I mean, but
no.
I'm interested in what you're.
I don't think it's a no-brainer. I think it's borderline. We're at 10.5. I think it's right. It's close.
I think they're closer to. I think you know what? They honestly could lose to New England twice, but I think that they could still pull out 11 or 12 wins.
Absolutely. I'm not saying that they're just going to be a dog crap team. I don't think I'm not expecting a professional all professional sports. I'm just not. I don't know if the magic's going to last for 2 years in a row. That's all I'm saying.
True.
Derek,
I went over.
You over? Okay. Miami over under is 9.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. I know. This is really good. This is a really nice place.
Here's my. I'm going to go under, and it's going to be strictly on quarterback play.
Yeah, there's questions on Tua. I mean, they already talked about.
He's not the answer.
They already talked about trading Tua for Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean.
That's an obvious upgrade.
So if you're ready to just abandon the guy you drafted, number 3 overall the year before?
Yeah.
I mean,
there are literally maybe 4 or 5 teams that are not interested in Deshaun Watson.
True.
Right. I mean, I don't think any team's interested in him right now.
Well, no.
Yeah, that's also true.
Yeah, it's not now. That's not a thing.
I don't know. I think Tua's got a lot of talent. He's left-handed. I like what they did. What the fuck
does that mean?
He's different.
Name one other left-handed quarterback that was worthy.
I don't know who's
Michael Vick.
You're right. But I'm just saying he's
how many Super Bowls?
Remember, we don't base Super Bowls.
Fully healthy Tua is pretty good quarterback.
Yeah.
All right. Especially in today's NFL, he fits the style.
So what do you got?
They got playmakers. I don't know much about the defense though. That's what I don't know. Now they did get the
I'm throwing this out there now. I'm going under.
They got the Phillips kid. I'm going under. I'm gonna go under too.
All under.
It's close.
We all are. Yeah.
I think they're in that 7, 8, 9 win range.
Yeah, I think I really think they're like 6 or 7 wins this year.
Here you go, Nick. Here it is. Let's
Billy
see what
boy.
we got. Yeah.
This is the only tough part about New England is their defense is going to be back. All right,
Their over under is
good.
9. Just so everyone 9.
Matt Patricia's back. Okay. Now I know Lions fans hate him, but he's a great defensive coordinator.
No, he's not. He ran the defense in Detroit.
Yeah, and who was on the team for the defense?
We had a lot of good players, and he drafted 4 like 3 seasons.
Okay, just because. Yeah, but in New England, he didn't draft the guys. Okay, he just coached them. All right. So
Jesus Christ, man.
who played on that Lions defense?
Romeo Orkawar.
Who?
Danny Shelton, who played in New England since New England drafts or picks up great free agents.
He was drafted by the Browns though.
Jared Davis. I mean, who do you want to keep going? Darius Slay.
Yeah, he wasn't there. He left
because he got rid of him.
But he was great for him. He was the only good player. Snacks.
No.
Snacks
was great 1 year.
You had 2 people. 2 names. You had a bunch of no-namers. Okay.
And then Snacks, the reason he did bad is because he said that they don't know how to use players correctly. He was shit.
Patricia's back. I think that's a big deal for the defensive side of New England.
Yeah.
I think him and Billy Boy get together pretty well. The big question here is Cam.
Yeah.
Cam Newton is it going to be Cam?
Do you?
Newton
But okay, so
3 years ago, or is it going to be the last 2-year Cam Newton?
But do you? Sorry.
Wow.
My bad.
Compelling.
Yeah.
Good argument.
Is it Cam though? Do you not?
I mean, they don't have a whole lot of weapons on offense.
But do you think they don't bring Mac Jones in? That's what I'm asking.
That's going to be Cam. I mean,
I agree.
I mean, at the beginning, at the start of the season, I believe it's going to be Cam.
And if Cam balls out, he's on a 1-year deal. Cam's staying the quarterback. Cam wants to be there. He's already said he wants to be there. He likes Bill Belichick. He likes playing for the Patriots. Give me over.
I'm going to go over as well.
With defense coming back, I like the over. They were good early on in the season. They played some pretty good games early on. They lost a lot of close ones last year. I'll take over. Bill Belichick don't lose 2 years in a row.
Well, Bill Belichick has never lost, so.
But he also always had Tom Brady, so we still haven't figured out if that's the line factor in everything.
If Tampa goes back to the Super Bowl, it's gonna be fun. Fuck me, dude. I'm yawning like a crazy motherfucker. Okay, so last is the Jets over under 6.5. I mean,
under.
Jesus Christ, are they even gonna win 3 games?
They could.
They might.
I don't know.
They might.
I don't
Maybe
think
Zach Wilson's gonna just ball.
I don't think Zach Wilson's the answer, but who knows?
Who knows?
I mean, they got
they had a good draft.
Corey Davis. I mean, they got Corey Davis in free agency out of Tennessee, who was expecting Sam Darnold to be the starting quarterback. So I don't know how well that's going to sit over. But they had a good draft, like Derek said. They got some protection. I mean, I don't know, but I would say probably 5 at the most is their cap on the year. So definitely under.
Yeah, but I mean, as long as they show some positive signs,
right?
They got something to look forward to.
Right.
With Gase, they didn't even look like they deserved to be on the field.
No. Get rid of him.
As long as they're competing, it's heartbreaking. But if they're keeping within 10 points of teams, winning a couple, that's a positive improvement.
They were doing at the end of the season.
Yeah.
When Gase got fired.
Right.
When they when they rolled a couple games, they won a couple games because everybody was getting mad because they were winning, and then Jacksonville jumped them for the Trevor Lawrence spot.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Under is fine with me. Matt Patricia's a fat fuck. Dude, I swear to God, if I see him, I'm punching him and making a fucking pork chop fall out his ass. I'm tired of his fat shit. I think I can.
Yeah,
I think I can run around him over a little bit and he'll fucking tire out.
100%.
Stab him in the neck with his fucking pencil that's in his ear.
100%. Okay, so that's pretty much the NFL now. I mean, we're gonna be in a pretty big lull.
Relax. Yeah.
our not for Derek segment might get a little bit longer.
We get a little bigger, yeah.
A little bigger, yeah.
Yeah, we got.
We might actually get Derek to talk about some things. We don't know.
Maybe next week we can shit on like the Packers or something. That would be fun.
We can always do that.
I think that'd be a great time.
We could have a weekly roast session if you want.
I'm down.
We just pick somebody you hate and we just sit and roast them.
I was gonna say we're gonna let Derek pick them, and we'll just roast them for like 5-10 minutes.
That's perfect.
This is called Derek's weekly roast session, or we can just let you have the reins. We'll just sit back and
we'll just sit back.
Let me just start screaming at the screen like something.
Matt Patricia, you can go yourself with your big ass beard.
He's on there.
Pork chop's falling out.
He's on there. If I get the pick.
You're no fucking better. You were right behind him in line in the fucking buffet, you fat fuck.
I've seen, he's getting fat. I have seen more of Stafford
as a Charger.
Well, no, as a Ram.
Or sorry, as a Ram, yeah, as an LA person.
And I don't mean like him in uniform or stuff like that. I mean I have seen more of him in interviews than I did probably the entire time he's been in Detroit. Like the media in LA is just ridiculous. They constantly have him on.
Yeah, and because Detroit they suck and no one's there.
And here's what bothers me. And because I believe Stafford has everything he needs to be a Hall of Fame quarterback. He needs to put the resume together, but he has he has the talents. He has what he needs.
Yeah.
I believe that. I believed it when he was in Detroit. I still believe it now. What pisses me off is Stafford is not that great. He's this and that when he's in Detroit. He goes to the fucking Rams, and now he's a future Hall of Famer, all pro, blah, 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 blah. And you're just like, stop it. Okay, stop it. Okay. If you shit on him before, you shit on him now.
But you have to understand that everybody else outside of Detroit saw him once a year on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
When he was getting
and he lost most of the time.
When he was getting his dick kicked in.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not unusual that's the take of the national media. Now that he's in LA, he's going to be on TV a lot more. A lot more people are gonna see him.
He's got
even in the league, like even when the league starts and they're playing games, they're gonna be on TV a lot more.
Yeah.
And so you're gonna see a lot of people's perceptions change about him.
Stafford's on he's on TV a lot. He's got like 4 cameras, I think, on him. I think it adds 10 pounds each camera. So he's looking a little chunky there, but all right. I got him in. Fuck Ebron, fuck ESPN, fuck Patricia.
Okay. All right.
Rogers, retire, please.
Please stay.
Green Bay, please keep doing what you're doing. Justin Fields, you screwed me over, man.
It wasn't his fault. He didn't call the Bears and be like, bro, trade up. What
He hurt me.
I'm gonna just lean on your previous draft history and trust
and hope. Yeah.
We know you can develop quarterbacks real well. Let's just get up there.
Browns hurt. Browns, every single player that they drafted gets hurt, so they don't even have them this year.
You're an asshole. Just don't fucking piss in my Cheerios, okay? I don't need that shit.
Hey, if I say the worst thing that's gonna happen, it's not gonna happen. So like you're like, well, Derek said it could happen. It could be worse.
Okay.
But yeah, it was a great draft.
I loved it.
I loved it so much.
It was exciting.
Yeah, it really was.
A lot of head scratchers. Not like I said, it wasn't like the Horn pick and Surtain. It wasn't that they were picked where they were. It was, thinking we're going to think big offensive run because defense wasn't it was all an offensive draft. Everybody was talking about all the playmakers and quarterbacks and offensive linemen and blah, blah, blah. Nobody talked about defense. And then boom, 8. JC Horn. What? Where did that come from?
And I hope he works out for him. I'm absolutely fine with me. Doesn't bother me at all. All right. I think we can end it here there, Kenny.
You think so? We didn't even do enough for Derek's segment. I mean, he is wearing his Indian.
Do you have it?
Oh, it's fine. We're at about 2 hours anyway. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is a long
it's,
one.
actually, yeah, it's all damn near 2 hours. Okay, so I'm just gonna say it. LaMelo Ball can just pass the ball.
dude's a
I
beast. He'll be
dude,
good.
it's crazy. I mean, he comes from a fucking crazy ass family, but he can ball. I'm sorry. Do the Indians just suck now? Like, can we actually just trade?
Jose and Bieber are really good.
Yeah, Jose and Bieber. Can we just trade them and just
Making history.
Well,
Making
we're not. I looked at it. We're not going to be trading Bieber anytime soon. I mean,
Is
we
that-
got him under. He's not up for arbitration until like 2 years,
okay?
and we're only paying him like 550,000 this year. Or something
Get the fuck
stupid.
out of
Yeah,
here.
he's chump change right now. He ain't going anywhere.
Yeah, he ain't going nowhere. Yeah, that's
Nope.
true. Okay, and I'm pretty sure, if I remember this right, I'm pretty sure that there was just a huge ass fight because damn it, I gotta find it was on Twitter. I can't remember. There was a huge ass fight in hockey, and it was amazing. This dude is like just playing like it's hockey, so they already play dirty. But when hockey players are saying that you're playing dirty, you know you're playing dirty.
For sure.
And so that's how that guy was just like completely gone. I think it was
Yeah,
after.
he got like a 10-game suspension or something.
Yeah,
Something like
it was crazy. I wish I would have been paying attention more, but it was we'll just leave it at that. I'm sure that there will be more next week, especially now that the NFL is gonna cool off for a while. But
Yeah.
Okay, so that is this episode of the KD Sports Talk. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Big things are coming, I think. Maybe, possibly. I might be up to something. I might be up to something. I'm not sure.
He's
yet.
learning how to read and pronounce names.
No, that will never happen. Sorry, my Midwestern Irish
we get a hooked
Catholic
on phonics for this shit.
didn't work. Already tried it when I was a kid. Didn't work.
Yeah.
We need a speak and spell for Kenny Live.
But I might be up to something. Or we'll see you guys next week. See you later.
Not a crook.